chocolate.
Whoa.
Everything chocolate.
Welcome to Every Day is Macaroni.
I'm Joy Alfred Brand. And I'm Juliette Connell. And we're the hosts of Everyday Macaroni, the podcast. This podcast is a look at the lighter side of life, where we talk about our adventures as a modern blended family. So sit back, relax, and prepare to have your funny bone tickled.
Hello again, listeners. I hope you're ready for a sweet treat in this episode of Everyday Macaroni, the podcast. If you've been listening for a while, you know that most of these episodes focus on our weekly family dinners with my husband, Ron, my sister-in-law, Juliette, and their parents, Al and Lita. And not for nothing, but dessert's big business around our dinner table. Everyone loves it, and everyone wants a piece of it because for a long time, it was usually the best part of the meal. Yep, it's a love-hate relationship that we all have strong feelings about. Our love of dessert is rivaled only by our cheapness and our competitiveness. For this episode, we're going to examine our love of desserts and do a deep dive into one particular dessert we've been talking about for months. We begin with Ron, Juliette, and I talking about the fruit tart from our last Monday night dinner.
Yeah, you know the fruit tart, that cake?
Oh, yeah.
Love the fruit?
Mm-hmm.
So I cut it, like you normally do, into 4 pieces, right? And one of the 4 pieces, the quarter piece, I cut that in half. Mm-hmm. So now it's an eighth. And I had a piece, and then she had a piece. And then I said, all right, I'll bring the rest to my parents' house, and we'll have it there or whatever. Okay. And then we go to get it, and I didn't realize it until much later. I go to grab the cake, and I'm like, wait a minute. There's only half a cake left. What happened? What happened to that chunk? That a whole quarter of the cake is gone. And Joy goes, yeah, I ate it. I was like, what the? Are you kidding me?
Listener, what you have to understand is desserts are a serious business in this family.
That's right.
Very serious.
You
If you haven't been paying attention.
Eat it when you get it.
Well, and the truth is, A, what's the big deal?
You're right.
True.
Because I really don't eat that much sweet stuff.
It's not a big deal. And
B, that cake was purchased
with money.
To be eaten.
And so then the following day,
exactly.
So we
To be eaten.
Whatever was left, which was again another quarter of the cake, and we brought it home. And then I'm like, all right, I'll just put it in the refrigerator, and then the next day I'll have it for dessert after dinner. And sure enough, I open up, we have dinner, and I open up the refrigerator. I'm like, hey, where's the cake? Where's the rest of it? Where'd it go? And Joy goes, oh yeah, I ate it.
No, I didn't. That's not what I said.
I know. I'm just kidding. But I think she
tossed
did.
It because
she said she threw it away.
I did.
And I'm like, why would you throw it away? That doesn't. It's absolutely fresh. I just got it a day ago, and she just threw it away. That's why I'm like, I don't know if you really threw it away. I think she ate it.
I did not eat it. I threw it out because a lot of the time, you and I, this is an issue that actually I do think we should talk about. The problem of divvying up the food on our way out the door. There's always an argument about people taking food from your parents' house. And a lot of the times, it's dessert. So there's a ton of dessert left over.
Selection of cakes.
They buy cakes, we'll buy a cake or whatever, or some kind of a dessert. And then there's a lot of it left over. Your dad's diabetic. Your mother shouldn't be eating that stuff either because she has high blood pressure. And so someone inevitably has to take it out the door. And a lot of times you'll say, you know what, I'm just going to toss it. They bought a chocolate cake not too long ago, and we're heading out the door, and of course we take the cake because, literally and figuratively, we take the cake because otherwise it's there in the house and they're going to eat it. And so you came in the door to the garage, went right straight to the trash can and threw it out.
So
you don't remember that?
No.
Oh my God.
So Joy saying you did to me what is done to my parents.
I'm sorry. It was in the refrigerator, and I'm just thinking, we
For
don't
not
need it
even a
around
day.
here.
Half a day.
That's not true. It was like 2 days old. and it's starting to get runny and looking weird, so I just tossed it.
Oh,
Man,
boy.
see, dessert, that's why I don't like to take it, because if I take it, I know even if it was dry, and we said that the cake was dry, it's coming home with me, it's going to get eaten. Yeah, already half of it's gone. Just saying.
Well,
so there's like a quarter of cake left.
It was my regular trash day, and it was in there, and I was cleaning out the refrigerator, and it was mostly empty cake container, so I just tossed
eaten
it.
by you.
Oh,
yes.
no. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. See, this is why people are going to be listening to this, and they're going to hear Motivating Al, and they're going to be like,
Yeah.
Lita wasn't that far off. There you are, chasing me down the street, holding out your brown rice and vegetables, or whatever.
What are you talking about?
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Now, you see, listener, this underlying story goes all the way back to our episode Motivating Al, which is like, I don't know, the 3rd or 4th episode of the podcast. If you want to know what that's all about, you got to go back and listen to it, but it is pretty funny if I do say so myself. Now, this is a running joke. Take, for example, this clip from Father's Day back in June.
Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? I never do that to you. Not once. And the entire time we've been married, I've never had that. No, you didn't. You were intentionally like, don't eat that. I see what's happening. That's not right.
What? I'm just trying to keep you skinny, right?
Oh.
You see, it's no wonder I ate a piece of the tart and threw the rest away. All right, listener. Now you see how competitive we are about desserts and how important they are to all of us. Now, there is one dessert in particular we've been talking about for months. And so here we begin the saga of the soccer tort. Let's begin with Juliet explaining it in detail from our Monday night family dinner back in October.
Oh, I tried to get that soccer tort, and I even got it translated and everything. So the tort that I was going to get for Christmas, right, it was chocolate Viennese.
Why are you saying in the past tense was going to get?
Yeah,
here it is.
You know you're going to wind up having to make that thing.
Because, and no skipping any kind of...
You're skipping steps.
No
Here
skipping
it is.
steps or ingredients. There is none.
No substitution.
And
Yeah.
you were saying that you want to have that cake?
So I was going to buy
To
the
the point.
cake, and I was at the very end of buying it. It was going to be $70, right? But I was like, okay, we're only going to do this once, and it's directly from the
$70
hotel
is
and
what they
whatnot.
charge us in the factory.
But the shipping, right, was going to be an additional $40.
Oh,
And I was like,
Yeah.
$150 for a cake for 12 people.
it's
Yeah,
crazy.
I would
It's
consider-
throwing your money
Now,
away.
it
No.
was supposed to be good. So the cake, it's a regular chocolate cake of some sort. And then they slice it in half,
It's a
right?
flavorless cake. It's a tort.
So it's more like, it's a little bit more like a, not quite a brownie. So they cut it in half, right? And as it comes to the baker has a ladle, a big one, it's like this big. And he takes it in hot apricot
Jelly or something.
jelly, but
Jam.
the jelly at that point is liquid,
I
right?
see.
So
Yeah.
he takes it and pours it on both sides, and then it goes down the conveyor belt, right?
Uh-huh.
And then,
Apricot
right,
in the
the
middle,
2 layer.
chocolate on the
I shouldn't be
outside.
challenging these two about their cake knowledge.
But anyway, and then, so then they put the 2 pieces
I'd
together, right?
rather just eat
And then it had chocolate kind of that looks like that thing over
Mhm.
there with the white.
Yeah.
So they
Ganache.
take another, and it's like a ganache or something shiny, right?
Oh.
And it goes like syrup on a pancake. Then they make these little buttons out of chocolate, and then of course they stamp it with whatever it is, soccer tort or whatever,
Uh-huh.
you know, the name of the thing, and it one thing, and boink, and there it is.
Listener, you know we have to fact check the soccer tort. Now, the soccer tort was apparently created in 1832 for Prince Metternich in Vienna, Austria, and it was created by the apprentice for his head chef. And the prince apparently said, hey, I'm looking for a dessert, and the head chef had fallen ill, and so this guy, Franz Soccer, he got tapped to make an unusual and new and exciting dessert for the prince, and et voila, you have the soccer tort. Dun dun dun! It is a double-layer chocolate cake with some apricot filling inside and covered in chocolate ganache. Sounds pretty yummy if you ask me. Now, as we briefly return to the fruit tart on our way to discussing the store-bought soccer tort from last Monday night's dinner, you do need to understand that Al is allergic to kiwi, and that's why he couldn't have any of the fruit tart. Wah, wah.
Bring the chocolate cake.
Now, this one you cannot have.
It
It
has
has
kiwi.
kiwi on it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Yeah, it's half eaten.
It'll kill you.
What?
Yeah, we got it this weekend, and we've enjoyed some of it.
wow.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Wait, why is it
Yeah.
soccer? on
There's
it?
only half. Someone ate
Soccer?
an entire
Where'd you get
quarter.
that?
Nuh-uh. Not an entire
Where'd you
quarter.
get that cake?
Lidl's
And in the German place.
Yeah. You know what that is?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That has apricots in it?
Yeah.
That's the thing you wanted.
In
At Lidl's.
Vienna, they make this
In
cake.
Vienna, yeah.
In Vienna, and it costs $500.
No,
says,
I was gonna buy
It's
it.
X in the box, Vienna style.
Yeah. So I was gonna buy it for Christmas last year,
Oh.
right? Because we saw it on the Food Network.
Yeah,
Now I'm gonna have to
there
take
it
a picture of it. And I have to take a picture of it. And I went to go buy it on their website and have them mail it over. So the cake itself was $45. $45. But then to mail it was like $70 or something
Whoa.
stupid. And I was like, for 8 slices of cake, I'm not gonna do that.
Mm-mm.
But I was like,
Want a slice?
No, that's one.
Sure.
I don't see what the big deal is.
Oh, no.
So I had a little slice of the tart.
I wouldn't say little, but
A little bit.
Thanks a lot, honey. I appreciate that.
You're
What a way to
lucky-
treat your wife.
Lucky it was only a little bit. Otherwise, you don't have any tart at all.
Really?
oh, damn.
do you want a piece?
I do.
It has-
I normally like that, but I'm gonna have to try this because
There
almost.
you
Thank
go.
you, thank you. Oh,
Right there on top of the tort.
You want a piece of this or a piece of that?
That.
Well, so you got to make sure you go to Lidl and get one.
All right.
then
And
put
then
it
what? Freezer?
I don't know.
Freezer
First,
Christmas?
try it. Maybe it's not the same as the
yeah,
one
wow.
you think.
Yeah, close
No,
enough.
it's not.
Wow, that's a big.
Oh.
A little piece.
What are you going to use that to eat your...
You know what? Take a piece for Joy. For
You can eat a chocolate cake.
yeah.
It's not that fat.
Not for Joy. No, she doesn't get any cake because she's already had some today.
For Ken and Caitlin.
Oh,
Whatever
thanks.
you want,
Caitlin's not
sweetie.
home.
Thanks for telling me I can have cake.
You're welcome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Not she, the cake.
the cake, yeah.
I don't know. You said something, but they took it.
I say I mentioned fat.
Don't say nothing else. Because I don't know what happened. But it seems like everything we do or say is wrong.
What is it?
The one in
It's
Vienna.
okay?
Yeah, I just don't taste the apricot.
Give me a piece, please.
Got that one.
A small one.
Thank you very much.
I better not say anything.
They have some apricot, but not too much, see.
Yeah, I'm not tasting it though. To me, it just tastes like chocolate cake. Dry chocolate cake.
Yeah.
And it's too dry, no?
Yeah.
You get a good part of the cake.
Every man for himself around here.
Give that a try.
No,
It
I
has a
had
little
So that
some.
apricot.
has
I had
apricot.
some already.
That has apricot in it.
I know. That's okay. Go ahead. And you forget, I made a soccer tort for Christmas.
Mm-hmm. You
I
did.
can't believe you don't remember.
You made it for
I knocked
Julia.
myself out to make that stupid cake.
I do remember.
And what do I get? A blank stare. I don't know what you're talking about.
Like the stare.
So as we get back to the soccer tort, the saga of the soccer tort has been going on for quite some time. We were also talking a fair amount about the soccer tort.
Oh yeah, that was a really dry soccer tour. So we had it the next day because you guys forced it upon me to take home. So I was like, all right. So I put it in a Ziploc bag and stuck it in the refrigerator for Ken, and we took out a slice, and it was dry. It's like a dense chocolate cake, like a tort, but it was on the drier side. So had it not been so dry, it would have been better. But some of the other slices actually had more apricot in them than the other ones.
How
So
does
I was
that
like,
compare to the one that Joy made for you at Christmas time? If you remember.
Juliet, if you remember.
I do remember.
No, now I do.
Sure. Actually, I will say, of my own volition, that the one I made was a little like dry.
I thought it came out great.
Why are you shaking your head?
Everyone knows I'm not the world's best cook. I mean, I'm an okay cook, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I made it because you made such a harangue about it, Juliet,
I know.
that I thought, okay, well,
I really wanted one. I wanted it so.
well, you got one. I made it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, what was your what are your thoughts on it?
Well, okay.
How'd it come out?
Was
it everything you thought?
Better than I would have done because I wouldn't
Oh,
have
that
made
doesn't
one.
say much. My God.
Yeah, everyone knows Juliet doesn't do the cooking, but she sure does critique it.
Yes. Yes, I critique. That's okay. It's a job.
It's an unpaid job.
What we should have done is taken a picture of it.
Of what? The
of
soccer tort?
Yeah,
For what?
both of them to compare.
Well, I did take a picture of my cake.
Oh, do
there
you?
you go. You
Yeah.
can put it on.
Actually, I texted the girls and Ken the copy of the box and the cake
Yeah.
when we were there. Because I was like, oh, look, soccer tort, before
Yeah.
I tried it.
See? That's the cake I made.
Yeah.
What's
Hey.
that stuff on the
That's the chocolate.
right bottom?
That's the chocolate
It
ganache over the
melted?
top.
No.
Mhm. Because I poured it over. I had it sitting on the cake plate, and I had pieces of parchment paper stuck underneath it, and then I poured the chocolate over the top of it, and it spilled over a little bit.
Gotcha.
See, I even took pictures of the steps. Here is the batter in the pan. See? There's the chocolate over it. Oh, and there's the dog.
Sorry.
That's not very nice.
I'm sorry. Okay. Good job.
Oh, thanks. That's like you saying, you can have cake.
That was kind of funny though.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Listener, how can she not remember that? That was like part of her Christmas gift. Can you believe that? I'm scandalized. And now, a word from Ron about donuts.
I'm going to go ahead and talk about Sherry's Bakery in Dunn, North Carolina. Fantastic donuts.
Did you? How do you know?
Because I told you the guy brought donuts. And
For the benefit of the
from
listener,
work.
can you explain how you know they make fantastic donuts?
Because I ate one.
You know what really sucks about this whole thing is that he ate one and didn't bring it
I
back
know.
for us to eat one.
Mm-hmm.
These are fantastic donuts that you said yourself they were the best donuts I ever ate. I don't even know how you can claim that. Every time there's a place somewhere around, it's got the best donuts on the planet. I go there and they taste like any other donut I've ever eaten.
Oh, have you ever brought us back any?
She brings me stuff.
Yeah, I bring stuff, but I didn't see you bringing nothing.
I did.
Empty-handed.
No. Well, yes, empty-handed, but it's all in my belly.
A lot of good that does. Oh, for us, anyway.
Oh, my God.
But they don't sponsor us, but Sherry's Bakery in Dunn, North Carolina. 122 North Wilson Avenue. Fantastic. I want to try some of the other food that they have there now.
But it's like an hour away from us, though, right?
From here, yeah. It's unfortunately about an hour and 15 minutes, but it's so good. I'm thinking about just making the drive anyway.
Well,
Wow. You are.
That's impressive.
Then we'll have to get online and see what they have, and you fill the car.
I already told you what they had, remember?
Yeah, I know.
Long johns.
They sell underwear, long underwear?
Yes, filled with Bavarian cream.
Ew. Is that chocolate or... No, it's chocolate.
Both, vanilla and chocolate.
You can get chocolate Bavarian cream?
Yeah, that's what
I don't know. I don't really know
but
much
they
about
called all their
donuts and stuff.
donuts biscuits, so I don't know if it's a real biscuit or is it a
They
donut?
call donuts, and then they also said biscuits.
Oh, so they have like biscuit. They have filled biscuits with a whole bunch of other stuff,
I don't know.
and
but
then
it
they
sounds,
have donuts that are also filled too.
It sounds good, though. And if they taste anything like those donuts, they're probably pretty good. You can dine in over there, too.
Oh God,
Hey.
what is it, like a Cracker Barrel?
What?
It's a bakery.
You said you can dine in. Who dines in at a bakery? So that's why I said, is it a Cracker Barrel?
That's
You know,
your
it's like a
that's your
restaurant.
comparison.
Yeah.
If you got to dine in, then it's Cracker Barrel. If you can't dine out, then it's what? What's the example? The Forest. No, they have other stuff. It looks like hot dogs and sandwiches. It looks like to me, it looks like a tuna.
Like a diner. Or a Cracker Barrel.
Back to the Cracker Barrel. What is wrong with you?
You said that they have normal food too.
Yeah, they do. They have other food.
Right,
other
but
than
you were
just a
saying
bakery.
they have biscuits and then they have pies and stuff like
Yep.
that. So does Cracker Barrel. I'm just saying. And you get to sit there and eat it.
You could sit there and eat it too.
Cracker
That's
Barrel
what I'm
doesn't have a
saying.
bakery.
Yeah, but they make pies.
They don't make donuts.
How do you know? Have you been to Cracker Barrel?
I have been
Yes.
to a Cracker Barrel.
And you've asked for donuts and they didn't have any?
Yes. I was like, I'd like to bring my sister some donuts. Could you give me some? And they said, we don't make them. And
no,
I said,
you
well,
said you would never ask for stuff for your sister.
Shout out to Ron for doing the commercial for Sherry's Bakery, who has not sponsored this podcast, but who does make delicious donuts. And the Soccer Tort saga continues as Al tries to make his own Frankenstein style out of a boxed cake mix and some sugar-free chocolate. We can call this a Frankentort. You can see a picture of it on Instagram by searching @EverydayMacaroni. Check out this clip from November of last year where we talk about Al's tort.
All chocolate.
Whoa.
Everything. Chocolate.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look good.
So, what kind of chocolate cake is this?
Chocolate.
Okay.
All chocolate.
Does it have anything else in it?
No, yeah, I cut them in half and I put a layer of apricot.
You're making your. I knew it. You're
Yeah.
making your own sucker tort.
Yeah. Apricot.
You need to take a picture of this and send it to Juliet.
Yeah. That's what you miss. For
It's like-
being sick.
she's missing out, all right.
Gee, that looks pretty good. So, what made you decide to make a sucker tort here?
The cake you mean? No, I have them there, all the things. And they said, well, they're all coming together today, so I thought the kids would come and everything. So, well, I'll make it. One instead of make a pie or buy a pie or whatever. But that's only 2 people.
I know.
It's more for everybody.
Is it sugar-free?
No.
No, then you can't have any.
Yeah.
And the cake is
No,
store-bought?
it's a regular Duncan Hines
Oh, okay.
cake. Chocolate cake.
A tiny little piece, maybe. I'll try it. Just so I can report back to Juliet. Let her know. Because you know how that's going to go. Well, did it taste like a real tort? Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, they come out right.
Yeah, it's alright.
Good.
Is it out of a box?
The cake
Yeah,
itself,
cake mix?
yeah, the mix itself, yes.
This is a big cake.
And I put the chocolate mix it with that. And the chocolate is sugar-free.
Oh, the chocolate's sugar-free? Oh. The chocolate on top of it is sugar-free. What about the apricot?
No.
No, the apricot is, I don't know if you
like a
like
preserve
it,
or something?
no, yeah, it's fruited spread, they call it. And I put them in the microwave, make it
Liquid.
more liquid. So when I put them, absorb some of the liquid. And it has chocolate kisses on it. Those are sugar-free too.
Oh, okay.
I mean, so
A lot of sugar-free in there.
I melt it in the microwave and put them on.
Yeah. Too bad you can't have any because it's good.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
You look like a mean machine.
Like I need it, right?
Once a week, it doesn't come on. If the rest of the week you take care of yourself.
Do you take care of yourself the rest of the week?
I try.
Okay.
Sometimes I should say, sometimes not.
Now is the time in the podcast where we start giving food away. We'll call this the Dessert Derby.
There's some plastic thing up there.
I'm there away.
The cabinets in the kitchen, are there?
Oh, you're trying to give the cake away already. That's what's happening, right?
No, I thought you were saying to take it.
Do what?
For you, for the people that works with you or something, or Ron,
Wrong.
or Juliet,
Whatever.
if you think. But I don't think this is gonna eat it, right?
Who?
Juliet. That's a lot of cake.
I make
Even
another
with
one
the
when
groceries.
she comes.
It's a big cake.
And I put it, and
that
you
way-
can take this cake with you. If you want, if you not, take it to work and give it to your friends in there.
There's
Your
never any shortage of desserts around
Yeah.
So
Whipping
Julia or
The
you
closer the better.
take the cake.
Yes.
yeah. Put them in the box and take it.
I'll take this one. You take that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, where am I going? The cake. How do you put this in the box?
Open up.
Eh,
Yeah, that's it.
eh,
Push it in. Sorry. There we go.
It worked. That's funny. Okay, perfect.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's the box it came in.
Okay, listener, if you were keeping count, that's a total of 3 soccer torts, 1 fruit tart, and a glazed donut that made it into this podcast episode. See, listener, you may have noticed a couple of underlying themes in this episode. First, Ron has been using sugar-free sweeteners to make desserts that Al can eat because he's diabetic. You may have also guessed that no one else likes them, including Al, and you would be right. Second, you may have guessed that Al is particularly interested in the forbidden cake. And again, you would be right. Third, you may have noticed how thoroughly excited Juliet is about this cake too. And again, you would be correct. And finally, Ron and I are always keeping an eye on each other's waistlines. Aw, isn't that true love? I don't get to eat the tart, and neither does he. This has been a public service announcement from the Society of Bossy Spouses reminding you to eat your vegetables before you have dessert. I hope you enjoyed listening and sharing a laugh or two with us. Stay tuned for more Everyday Macaroni adventures on future podcast episodes. And if you want to see some pictures of us, you can follow us on Instagram by searching @EverydayMacaroni or #EverydayMacaroni. In fact, you should be able to find us on YouTube soon. Just search Everyday Macaroni on YouTube and our new channel should pop up. If you want to shop for some fun macaroni merch, head over to everydaymacaroni.com. Don't forget, if you have a blended family story to share, email us at info@everydaymacaroni.com and put the word share in the subject line. Your story might end up on a future episode, and how fun would that be? Finally, don't forget to give us a good review and download your favorite episodes. A share wouldn't hurt either. The more interaction we get for the podcast, the more episodes we can post. Again, thanks for listening, and join us for the next episode of
every day.